Hello everybody, this is Nolan here again for this week's counting. And this week we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do some arty maths for counting. And one of the people I follow on Twitter is the artist James Brunt. He lives over near Flamborough way and he likes to do art outdoors with outdoor objects. And because of the shutdown that we've had lately, he can't get out all the time, so he's doing a lot of art inside. And this is one of the things he's been making. He's finding all the buttons in his house and he's been making art with them. Here is what he normally does. He often goes down to the beach and he makes amazing art out of stones. He likes going in the woods with his dogs and he makes art out of leaves and out of sticks and just anything that he can find that's natural. And he also goes into schools to work with children. He loves working with children and that's how he earns his money most of the time. So we're going to be thinking about maybe we could be a bit arty with indoor and outdoor things, and then you're going to be practicing your counting. Now, one of the ways we practice our counting in school is by using photographs on the big whiteboard, and this is the website I often use. So if you would like to get some of the photographs like the ones I'm going to show you, you go onto this website and they'll have dotty images, but they'll also have lots of photographs. This is one of theirs, although you could easily do this. You could go out and count dandelions. This one's really good because you can supertise. You can supertise 3 and 4. You just know they're 3 and 4. And you can say, well, 3 add 4. Ooh, that's Pim. That's the learn it, 3 add 4. And I know the answer is 7. We've had the pictures like this on the board, haven't we? When we've been thinking of different ways to count objects, in this case, some rather yummy looking buns. So when we've done this one before, we've thought of counting in ones, we've thought of counting in twos. Some people even practiced counting in fours. So you have a think, how many buns are there? What about this one? Well, if we supertise very quickly, we can see that there are patterns of 5. 5 and 5 makes 10. So we could count in 5s or we could count in 10s. That's another really good one to practice different ways of counting, isn't it? What number do you get to? Are you accurate counting? Now this one, look at them very carefully. I wonder if you've got any stickers like this at home that you could practice your counting with. Well, I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. So I could count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So could you practice counting using things like that are around your home? What about this one? I like this photograph because you've got to do a bit of clever thinking because you can't see every single window. Now, if that tree wasn't there, how many windows would there be? Now, let's just count the big windows. Let's not worry too much about the doors here. That's a different sort of window, isn't it? So let's count the main windows. Well, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on that side, and I am predicting there will be 8 on that side because it's very much the same pattern on the either side. So we know that 8 add 8, one of our doubles, 16 windows. Now, what about getting objects from around your house? Maybe you've got some toys like this where you could set objects out in colour groups and then count them, make pictures, make patterns. I can see that I've got 3, 6 and one more 7. I can see that each colour has got 7. I know that 7 add 7 is 14. I'm shortcutting my counting, aren't I, without even having to count in ones. I know there's 14 here and 14 there. Some of you might be able to work out what double 14 is. If you can't, don't worry. Just know I've got 7, add 7 is 14, and carry on counting in ones. Find your own way to count these larger numbers. But the thing I really want you to practice is making sure you're counting every object, and I want you to make sure you're getting your numbers in the correct order and you're not missing any out. Now what about, let's just sort that out so I can get down to the next page. What about this? This is your challenge. Can you find some objects in your home or garden that you could arrange into some art and count? You must count accurately, and you might need to count your objects by moving them. Remember, don't skip over your objects. Make sure you count each one. You must say the number names in order correctly. So why don't you get your grown-up just to check that you are counting accurately? Now I went outside to have a bit of fun, and I had lots and lots of these leaves on my lovely little maple tree. So I picked just a few of them and I laid them out in a pattern. Now if you lay them out in a pattern like this, it can sometimes get quite tricky to count. So you could count them before you make the pattern, or if you've already made the pattern, you've got to think of a way to count accurately. Now I can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves in the middle. I'm not bothering to count my flower. 5 leaves in the middle. Now you've got to find somewhere to start counting the next circle. I'm going to start there, and remember I've got to stop. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's where I started, isn't it? 20. 21, 22, 23, 24. So I had 24 leaves to make this pattern. I did have a little bit of help to make this pattern, although he wasn't terribly helpful. That's Buster. That's the one that I measured a few weeks ago, do you remember? And he snuffled all my leaves out of the way and I had to start again. Well, anyway, you have fun and make some fantastic patterns all by yourself and practice your counting. Have fun. Bye.